Hi, welcome to live streams by Goose Coaching Less. In today's stream, I want to cover two important verb tenses that are usually a big cause for confusion. Somehow, people get in trouble when they have to use one or the other. I'm referring to the past simple versus the present perfect. Maybe the fact that the present perfect represents the connection of a point from the past with the present is the cause of the confusion. Hopefully, by the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand and use both tenses correctly and accurately. Let's have a look next at the advanced uses of the present perfect and the past simple. Advanced use number 1, time expressions that refer to the present. We got two different sentences here. I didn't call my boss this morning and I haven't called my boss this morning. Which one do you think is correct? Are they both correct or just one of them? Do you know the answer to these questions? If so, do you mind sharing your answers in the comment section, please? I'll give you some time to think about that. Both sentences are correct, but depending on the time of the day that you say them, you will have to use one tense or the other. What do I mean? Let's think about the morning time. Morning goes from 12 midnight up until 12 p.m. That's the morning time. After 12 p.m. we got afternoon. So imagine that you say this sentence at 10 o'clock in the morning. Obviously 10 o'clock is still morning time. Therefore, the morning is present time. That's why in this case you had to use the present perfect, because the morning is not part of the past. The morning is part of the present. It's only 10 o'clock. Only after 12, that's when the morning becomes past and we move into the afternoon. If you say this sentence at 1 p.m., morning time is over. Therefore, morning time is considered a past. That's why in that case, you have to use a past simple. I didn't call my boss this morning. So, if we think of this morning or this month as a past completed period of time, then we use the past simple. Conversely, if we think of this morning as a time period which includes the present, then we have to use the present perfect. You see how important it is to know when morning ends and the afternoon begins? Time to remind you that if you still have not subscribed to the channel, this is the right time for you to do it. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload or create any new content. It is time to start with the second advanced use of the present perfect and the past simple. In this case, we're going to talk about time clauses with since. But what is a time clause? A time clause is a dependent clause that begins with a time word, such as when, after, as soon as, etc. Time clauses follow their own rules for tense combinations. Therefore, the correct verb tense in a time clause may be different than in a regular or traditional clause. Let's have a look at these two examples of time clauses with since. Since my boss became CEO, the company has increased sales by 10%. I haven't visited all the departments since I have worked here. When we compare these two sentences, we can observe that in the second one, in both clauses, the dependent and the main clause we use the present perfect. So, as a general rule, we use a past simple after since. I mean, we use the past simple in the time clause. Since my boss became a CEO. And then in the main clause we use a present perfect. But there are occasions when we can use a present perfect in both clauses, the time clause and the main clause. When do we do this? Well, we use present perfect in the time clause if the two situations being described, both in the main clause and in the time clause, extend until the present. In this case, I haven't visited all the departments since I have worked here. That is exactly what is happening. That is the advanced use of the present perfect and the past simple with time clauses that contain since.